Hi everybody, and welcome to today's video where I want to talk to you about how to heal your mind by connecting to your heart. And I want to give you 3 different ways of doing so. If you enjoy the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And quick disclaimer, not a doctor, not a psychologist, just sharing some of the things that worked for me in my journey. So let's begin. If you have depersonalization or any other mental health issues, side effects can be anxiety, depression, sadness, anger, all of these negative emotions. And there sometimes can be a real shortage of wholesome, kind, warm feelings. They're definitely in short supply. And the trick to healing some of these disorders is to reframing them in a way that they're seen more positive and more forgiving. And for that, we need to connect to our warm and fuzzy feelings. Of course, if we have depersonalization, sometimes that can be near impossible. And even if we don't have depersonalization, sometimes it's really hard to get one to feel a certain way, to get one to cry. I know for me, it was extremely difficult. I was raised in a culture and a family that crying was not an option for a man. And so it took me many years to learn how to be okay with crying and how to be okay with expressing these feelings. And so I just want to share some of my epiphanies I've acquired over the years so you too can start feeling better and healing some of these things. So yeah, to get in touch with these positive feelings, you need to get yourself to cry. And you can do this, well, if you can do this from sadness, that also works. But also it works if you can do this from a place of this sort of cuteness overload, right? If you're so cuted out by something that you just can't help it but shed a tear. And so today we're going to talk about how to do that. And the first and probably the easiest way to do this is that I want to talk to you about can be found right here on YouTube. There's plenty of videos that you can seek out that will hopefully start doing the trick. And I'll list you my personal favorites. The first one is, of course, cute animal videos. You have to be in a certain mood for that, but I discovered this once when I was just feeling really down many years ago. And dissociated, sad, angry, lonely, all these things. And I was watching something on YouTube, and then some recommendation came to me, and it was something having to do with a cat. So I clicked on that, and it was a cat playing with a dog. And then I clicked on another one, and I just went down this spiral of these cute animal videos that lasted about an hour and a half. And at some point, I started crying. And I just continued, and I remember sleeping that night, which I had really a lot of difficulties sleeping. And so I thought to myself, wow, there's something to it. Just an hour and a half of this kind of crying and getting in touch with this emotion really healed me and calmed me to the point where I was able to sleep, which was huge at the time. So yeah, the animal videos are everyone's favorite. Just take a animal of your picking. My personal favorite is when animals are friends, especially different types of animals like ducks and cats, or cats and dogs, or babies. So anyways, the cuter the better. And try watching those. And try to continue watching those. And eventually, hopefully, you'll feel something. If you don't feel anything, another one that did it for me was Marines coming home videos. So those were some of the tear-jerkiest ones, especially if you find one with a good background tear-jerking music. That could be a definite winner. There's a whole playlist of those Marines coming home videos where they're coming home from Iraq early and their wives and 3 children and a dog have no idea, and they just make this huge surprise. And I don't know, if you can't cry with those, yeah, it's a very dark one. But if you cannot cry with those one, then you should try the next one, which for sure will generate some sort of a response. And I am talking, of course, about Thai commercials. This is a very weird one because it's quite unique and specific. You would think, what do Thai commercials have anything to do with these emotions? But actually, it's a whole another level of tear jerkiness, I guess you can say. And the companies that are putting out these commercials are anything but cute. They're insurance conglomerates, banks, and so on. But if you just type in Google or type in YouTube, tear jerker Thai commercial, and I'm certain first 5 hits will do the trick. It's some of the most tear jerking content out there, and I watch them so much that I'm a little bit immune. So, but in my prime, I was watching those every day to get some sort of emotional reactions to get in touch with it. So, try those out and experiment. You know, maybe there's something that you like, that's something that causes this response. It is very, very, very healing and good for you to cry and to be in this space. Close the door, lock the door, make sure your phone's on the airplane mode, and just give yourself time to generate this crying response. Especially if you're a big tough man, because for you it's the hardest. Okay, the next technique is a completely different one, and that technique is maintaining a slight smile. So bear with me here. It's not, you don't have to smile like this. You don't have to feel like you're smiling. You don't have to force a smile. Well, you do kind of have to force a smile, actually. But you have to keep just a slight smile. Just a slight smile with your eyes and a slight smile with your lips. No matter what, especially if you're feeling bad. Feeling bad, just smile. And smile into that feeling. Try to smile into your head. Try to smile into your heart. And just maintain this slight smile. What it does is that it keeps us mindful to try and get our subconsciousness to connect with our wholesomeness, right? And that in turn generates feelings of connectedness and positivity. There's actually been scientific studies that people that get, Botox gone wrong, that are permanently stuck in this position because their lips are so tight, there is a natural serotonin release process that is very beneficial for their mental health. It just basically raises up your baseline positivity levels. So you can do this at any point in time. If you feel like absolute crap, smile. Yeah, I feel like absolute crap. And this allows for this spark of feeling, this spark of acceptance to flow through. And the final third method I'm going to share with you today is loving kindness, or also known as Metta meditation, right? And this can be a meditation in the traditional sense of the word, where you sit down and you actually meditate, but it can also be used for anywhere else or at any other point, or you can be doing the dishes, or it can be out in public. And the essence is that you're getting yourself to wish love and kindness to another. It doesn't have to be the whole world. It doesn't have to be people you don't like at first. It can just be somebody that you really care for. It can be somebody you respect. It could be someone like your father, or somebody that needs your help, or it could be an animal that is homeless that you saw on the street. And you try to keep that person or animal or whatever it is, the object of the meditation, in your heart, and you try to wish it well. If you're depersonalized, if you're feeling like crap, it doesn't matter. That's what you're trying to get to the point. You're not wishing it for yourself, you're wishing it for others. Even though I may feel like crap, but I want that poor little dog to do better. I feel absolutely terrible and sad, but I wish my sister, who's going through a tough time, feels the joy and love and freedom. And you try to imagine yourself like you have this candle inside that is gently radiating these feelings out. And you can experiment with different objects. You can experiment where these people are. It can be somebody in front of you, or some people may prefer just to sort of radiate out in all directions. But this is an extremely important practice that heals our mental anguish and it heals us by sending out love to others. The trick is when we're not focused on ourselves, then we can actually heal the mind, because the mind doesn't get in the way of this love, right? And since we're sending it to others without any thoughts for oneself, then the self has, it doesn't notice, it doesn't try to get in the way, it doesn't try to start thinking about it. So it can be extremely important. Another way, in tough and stressful social situations, if you just radiate some of this loving kindness to another person as you're speaking to them, that can be absolutely huge. It can be somebody you don't like, it can be somebody you do like, but just your attitude towards them and just gently radiating this every once in a while will make a huge difference, and it'll make your conversations and life just so much better and easier, and it'll start healing you. So yeah, here are the 3 ways to get in touch with your emotions and to start this process of healing. Again, we talked about YouTube videos that I'll share some links in the description below to get ourselves to cry. We talked about the power of the smile, always having a slight smile with the eyes and the mouth in whatever situation, no matter how bad we feel. And we talked about the radiating love and kindness and how to use that in daily life. I hope you found this information interesting, at least, hopefully helpful, and I hope you have good luck with it. Let me know in the comments what you think about these 3 methods and what else you'd like to see. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. If you have some ideas for future topics, something you want me to talk about, I would be very happy to hear it. And remember, there is hope. There are other people out there that are willing to help you. There is hope in this world. There is love in this world. If you're not seeing it right now, it doesn't mean that it's not there. You will see it. The time will come. So don't give up. With much loving kindness. Until next time. Thanks, guys.